up, YouTube? It's your boy Catloco. So I'm gonna show you where we're at right now. So last video I showed you all the loose paint that was on here. As you can see, I cleaned it all up, nice and shiny. All the flaking paint is basically gone. What I didn't show you is the tools I was using. I'm using for this job. I'm using mainly my Milwaukee die grinder between the green Rolex and the white Rolex. This is the 1-inch twisted wire wheel I'm using. This is a DeWalt 1-inch. I also bought these nylon ones, but again, like I said, they're only really effective on a die grinder. They didn't really work for me too much on a drill. Harbor Freight sells their own version. So pretty much to get it this clean, a lot of people are saying in the video using a wire brush. A wire brush kind of works, but let me show you some better tools you can use for doing this. Before you even mess with trying to clean rust or just clean up an engine block, make sure you have some safety glasses. I just got me some Milwaukee safety glasses. It can be any brand. And then I have like a little respirator. I have a better respirator than this, but this is more like a dust mask. It does have a filter in it, a little tiny filter. That's just so I don't breathe in a whole bunch of rust and dirt that's in the air when I do this. As you can see over here, remember all those bubbles that was in the paint last video? I might throw a picture up so you can see what it looks like. So I got it off. This is pretty much how clean I needed it to get all like the bubbles. You can see the rust coming up under the paint. But just because when they did it, it looked like that, and they just paint it over and then it starts to bubble up. But as far as the wire brush thing, I'm just using a regular drill. This is Milwaukee. I have it set on the highest setting and number 2. So let's try this spot right here. People are saying use a wire brush. So this is a wire cut brush. Let's try the screw. It really doesn't work. This wire brush isn't really effective until you start using the next tool I'm going to show you. This is a Milwaukee M12 right angle die grinder. When this tool came out, or before it even came out, I'd be so excited. I pre-ordered this tool because I knew what this thing could do. You don't have to have an air compressor. It's totally cordless, and this is a good tool for the job. And for stripping, this is a 3M Rolex disc on a 2-inch pad. So if you look at the block, I have it set. Let me see if you can see it. I'm gonna put on number 1. So it's on number 1. Alright, so you can see a difference already. So something like this is what I'm using for the bubbles. Actually, turn up a little bit. This is the part you really need eye protection for. And you really want a dust mask for. But yeah, so for me, using a green 3M Rolock disc is the best and fastest method of stripping down all this paint, especially if I'm working on 2 blocks. So I use the die grinder also on the bolt holes. I didn't use the green Rolock. Let me show you what I used. All right, so for like the deck surface and my heads, I'm using a white Rolock. And I'll keep it on 3. So like when it's on 3, you're gonna have some bristles flying off. So that's why I like to turn it to at least 1 or 2 to make the tool last longer for one. But you can see the difference. So as far as for me, I'm using mine on a lower setting just so I don't destroy the disc. But yeah, so for me, my choice is 3M Rolock disc, white for aluminum, or I did it on the wherever the holes are gonna go. I use it there. I'm using the green on the iron block. Option is a 1-inch twisted wire brush. Now, again, if you use this on like any kind of like die grinder, it's gonna have similar results. Probably not as fast as the green one, but this gets in small places that you really need to get into. So let's just try it on the drill real quick. So this on the drill, really it's kind of hard to control one-handed. So I mean, it works. It takes off like the light scale. Like I'm saying, like it takes off like the first thin layer, but if you want it really effective, you really need to put it on like a pneumatic die grinder or like the Milwaukee cordless one, or even a corded die grinder. You know, Harbor Freight sells one. As always, remember to like, comment, definitely subscribe, share if you want. Peace.